What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Regrowth. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we were working on the base a little bit. Then we were working on getting our diving suit and checking out stuff under the water. But yeah, off camera, guys, between last episode and now, I started working on these other two final platforms, which is awesome. It takes so long to count out and then place the blocks in the exact right place and then fill it all in. And yeah, the real time sink for this is growing all the dirt, or I guess the earth essence or whatever, to get enough to fill in both of these platforms. That is a lot of blocks. I've never counted how many blocks that is, but I know it's over a stack of dirt down one of these paths all the way from here down to the end. I think it's a stack and a quarter or something like that. Anyway, it's quite a lot to get this whole thing filled in, but we got it done. And then after we get that all filled, I'm going to have to go through and place the torches to make sure monsters aren't going to spawn all over the place. Yeah, takes a while, but we got this done. The next step for this, obviously, well, there's two more things we need to do, really. We need to get the paths in so I can go from the main island over here. Yep, and same thing, main island over to this one. And then finally, we need to connect this island over here to this one and this island to this one, and then everything will be done. The entire layout for our base will be complete, and we won't have to worry about placing so many blocks anymore. It's gonna be so good. Really looking forward to that. Yeah, and once we get those paths in, we can go ahead and get rid of this dirt little, I guess, is that a pillar, column, whatever, a way to get over to the islands. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. That's just temporary. But yeah, guys, I'm feeling pretty good about that. It's a lot of blocks that we've had to place. There's still a lot more because we have to place the blocks from, here all the way down to the sea floor on 3 more islands. Yep, not looking forward to that, but we will get to it eventually. So guys, today we're going to continue on with what we were doing, trying to get towards our Certus Quartz seeds, and we are stuck, if you remember, trying to get the reputation that we need, and we have to get our mechanist, or however you say this, from 50 to 72, right? Or at least that's the number I was told. It might be different now. I don't know. So we're working in the number 5 section here, and every single one of these quests does give us the reputation that we need. So there's a lot of these things that we need to go through. I was looking at this one right here. This is Mariculture stuff, magnesium dust. In order to get this, we need to get ourselves a vat with 3 buckets of water and 4 buckets of quick lime. That seems like something that might be kind of cool to do. So let's go ahead and grab a vat. We haven't really used one of those for a while. I do believe we were using that to make the burned bricks a while ago. That would be in here, unless I have it placed out somewhere. Yeah, once we get applied energistics going, or at least the Certus Quartz, we'll be able to get applied energistics going. And everything's going to be so much easier to find and know where things are. We also need the crucible furnace, I think is what it's called. I'm looking for the 2 blocks. I don't think I left it. Oh, it's right here. I was going to say, I don't think I left it upstairs. All right, so we have that. We have this. I'm not sure if we can eject from the crucible furnace into the vat. Oh, you know what? We should probably also grab... do we have a Mariculture tank full of lava? We have this one right here, and then we're also going to need some lime, I do believe. Some limestone. Not sure how much we need, but I'm just going to take enough so we don't have to keep fumbling around with this. So there's that. There's that. Actually, this should probably go in the ground one. So we'll place that right here. And crucible furnace. Now this should be able to eject... if I hit I can get rid of any auto eject. Yeah, we should be able to eject whatever we are doing over here. And the lava tank that I just put underneath is powering the crucible furnace. You can see right here we do have flames going, so that is bumping up the temperature. So if we go back to the quest book and we look at this, let's see, the quick lime comes from the crucible furnace. We do 1 limestone, and that'll give us 900 millibuckets, which is kind of interesting. I guess we could also do this limestone. Smooth limestone will give us a full bucket, which is probably what we want to do, so we don't have to mess around with partial buckets. And then we also have planning chalk, which would give us 2.5 buckets. So how do we get this smooth? Oh, we just smelt it down? Easy, easy. Okay, and then the total amount of the quicklime was 4 buckets. So let's smelt down 4 pieces of our limestone. We'll just grab some sticks. That seems like the better way. Actually, I probably can grab some of these fence posts. Thought I saw something green over here a second ago. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and smelt this down using these fence posts, which will be fine. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for this to get up to temperature, but I know it's going to take longer than I'm going to let you guys sit here and watch it with me. So let me go ahead and make a cut. I'll go ahead and finish up getting that smelted. We'll melt this down and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, it took a while for our crucible furnace to reach the correct temperature. If you look at the the limestone, when you're not clicked onto the crucible furnace, it doesn't say anything. But when you're on the crucible furnace and you hover over, it does tell you like how much it's going to produce of the quicklime and the melting point. So 825 is what we had to get to. It's up over 1,000 now. So yeah, it happened just a little bit ago. So we got 4 buckets worth of quicklime. So we should be able to eject that. Press O again so we can see auto eject fluids. Is that ejecting? Did that not eject? Oh yeah, there it goes. I guess it ejects quite slowly. I was expecting it to go a little bit faster than that. Okay, so anyway, that is currently ejecting. Now, if we go to our quest book recipe, we needed 3 buckets of water in here. All right, so I brought a fluid tank full of water. So we can just do 1, 2, 3. I think that's all we need to do in there. Does it not push the rest of the quicklime out? It looks like we have 3,936. Why is that still staying in there? Okay, well, it's pushing it out very, very slowly for some reason. I assume once the rest of that gets into the tank, it will start cooking. Yeah, now it's doing something. It's kind of like got the particles around it. Now, does it say how long it takes in the book? Or I guess in NEI, 10 seconds. All right, so this shouldn't take too much longer then. Should be just about there. We should be left with some water in the vat and 1 piece of magnesium dust. That is kind of an expensive item. So what are the uses for this little fella? So we can turn it into molten magnesium. We get 1 ingot worth. And that looks like that's about it. But what is the... Okay, so the uses for this, we'll turn that probably into an ingot, or we can turn a molten titanium if we mix it with impure molten titanium. Okay, so the uses for this ingot... That's kind of what I wanted to see. Filtrator upgrade. A generator for Mariculture. A salinator upgrade. So there's some uses. It looks like it's very, very limited and pretty much only Mariculture stuff, which is fine. Okay. So I actually wanted us to make the ingot. Sure, so we can do that. It looked like we could throw that into the smelter, I think is what I saw down there. So I'll just go ahead and toss it into here. Yeah, we'll melt that down, pull out the ingot cast, like so. I guess I can put away this other limestone and the grass block that I had in my inventory. All right, so yeah, this is almost melted down. We'll go ahead and get that ingot. Hopefully it's not going to make us make anything else. It might though. All right, so we have 1 molten magnesium, 1 ingot's worth. So we'll go ahead and fill this up. Come on, there it is. Cool, so we got it. And we need another detection. Oh, wait. Okay, no, we did the magnesium and it wanted us to make titanium. Right. So the recipe for titanium. Oh, if we had another titanium ore, we could smelt that. We might have that. I haven't even looked. Let's go back to this, though. So we need impure molten titanium, which comes from rutile ore. Oh, that would be pretty easy to do then. Yeah, we should be able to do that. I think we have the rutile ore. Yes, we do. All right, so we throw that back in there and that back in there. We'll just go and melt both of those together. I think that'll give us a couple of ingots worth of the titanium. Anyway, let me go and wait for this to happen, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, when those both melted down, we ended up with 1 titanium ingots worth and 1 impure titanium ingot in there. So yeah, I casted both of those out, and that looks like that does complete the quest. Cool. So that's going to give us a half a stack of nether brick for some reason, and then 4 titanium ingots. Great. Let's go and claim that. And we didn't read this quest. We probably should read the quest. And there's different text for all these different items that we got. Let's go and go through this real quick. So this says, fire away. You'd like to start producing more industry to aid you in healing the scar left in the world by the theft of the ores. To do this, however, you will want a more resilient metal, titanium, to work with. All right, so for this first one, it says you'll need to start by finding ore which contains traces of the metal in the nether. It will then need to be processed into the raw ore in the blast furnace. Yeah, so we put the nether rutile ore in the blast furnace and we got the rutile ore out of it. Then it said the next step is to work on refining the metal. This can be done using magnesium. Magnesium can be obtained by melting down limestone into quicklime in the crucible furnace, then mixing it with water in the vat. Right. You may need to expand your vat to be 2x2 for it to hold enough liquid to mix properly. We didn't need to do that. Just the 1x1 was enough. And then finally, once you have magnesium, melt it down and mix it with molten impure titanium in either the smeltery or the vat to form titanium. Okay, I didn't know you could do that in the vat. Which you then just have to cast into solid form. So yeah, that was pretty easy to do. Looks like they gave us 2 reputation. So we are now sitting at 52. 20 more to go. We'll get there. All right. So, this unlocked a quest right here. 42 Wallaby Way. I'm sure that's a reference to something. I'm not sure what that reference is. All right. So now that you've got access to titanium and natural gas, you think you can work on producing some diving equipment, which will make you more mobile than a fish. This is going to give us another +2, so this is something we definitely want to do. All right, this says, one of the biggest issues with the previous diving suit was that it had a limited range that you could travel from the air pump. Yeah, we discovered that quite quickly. Building a large-scale air compressor will allow you to fill and carry a tank of air down with you, allowing you to stay underwater for long periods of time without the limitations of the air pump's range. Cool. So we need an air compressor base ×2, air compressor top, and a scuba tank. All right. So air compressor, scuba tank. So these are the things that we need right here. Air compressor base ×2. So we need 2 titanium, some sheet of aluminum, and then an iron wheel. I guess we're going to need a bunch of these. So I think that's the blacksmith's hammer and the anvil we're going to need for that. The air compressor top, cooling component. So that's, just some planks and iron. That's pretty easy. A piston, more of the aluminum sheets, and a titanium battery. Ooh, so we're going to need a bunch more of the titanium. All right, well, so we need 4 pieces plus another 4. So we need a total of 8, and we have 5, I think. So it might be a good idea to melt down a bunch of the quicklime and then put it with the impure titanium and the rutile ore. Yeah, let me go ahead and work on this a little bit. We have a bunch of the nether stuff that I can put through the blast furnace. I can make a bunch of that titanium. It might just be a thing that I should do it right now and make up a whole bunch of this stuff. So let me get to it, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, I went ahead and I made the 2 air compressor bases. I made the air compressor top ×1. And you get 2 of these when you craft it, actually. And then the scuba tank, yeah, pretty simple. I just had to beat down a couple of blocks of aluminum to get these sheets, but, not a big deal. Pretty easy to do on the blacksmith's anvil with the hammer. It takes like 51 left clicks when it's on there. Yeah, it takes a minute, but it's not so bad. But anyway, it looked like the quest was continuing on here. It's kind of going ahead a little bit. So yeah, we're going to need to make a scuba mask, a wetsuit, and flippers. So the first one I was looking at is this scuba mask. So we need a couple of plastic lenses and then yellow and black dye, which sounds pretty easy. But the plastic lens requires this neoprene, I think is how you say that, and then transparent plastic. Transparent plastic, we have to put, I guess, 1 piece of glass in a vat with natural gas, and you get 1. Or we can do half a stack with, I guess, 25 buckets. So I guess it's cheaper that way to do it in a lot of them at the same time. Or it looks like we can also do it with ethanol. All right. We do have natural gas, right? I mean, that was one of the quests that we did the other day. In fact, the results from that quest, I do believe, gave us 2 fluid tanks full of the natural gas as well. So we got plenty of this stuff. I assume I can use a bucket to pipe it out. If not, we'll figure out a different way to do it. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put that into the vat, and then we're also going to need this neoprene, which looks like we need 4 pearls, a glass bottle, and then some ink sacs. So if we do the same recipe with the bottle of natural gas from Mariculture, we can get 2 of these. Otherwise, if we do it with the regular glass bottle, we only get 1. So we're definitely going to want to do it this way because I don't have a lot of the pearls. Yeah, if we scroll down here, this is our pearls. So we got 4 of the white ones and we have 5 of these blue ones. So we can do 2 recipes. Yeah, I think we want to get the most out of this. And we do have some of these bottles of natural gas that I collected while we were down in that natural gas cave. So, yeah, we should be able to do some of that. And then, what was it, black? Yeah, we needed... Oh, you know what? This isn't going to be enough for the whole thing, is it? That's going to give us 4. That'll get us to 1 plastic lens. And then we're going to need some more of these things. So, you know... we had a problem originally going back under the water trying to find those, what are they, the oysters? I can't remember the name of them. I know we can set these up and farm these pearls by putting sand in the oyster shells. I've never done this before. I'm looking. I think it's called an oyster. Yeah, the pearl oyster. I think you can fill these full of sand. We should try that out. But what I'm probably going to end up doing is going along the sea bottom and just looking for more oysters. I do believe these have to be underwater for this to work. I've never done this before, so we can go ahead and experiment. In fact, going out over here probably is going to be the better way. Let me grab my diving helmet. We don't want to go too far out, but we do want to make sure they're submerged, so probably like being right on here would be a good thing. I was kind of hoping to find a little patch of a space where we can lay out a bunch of these in a row. This looks pretty good to me. So let's grab the pearl oysters wherever I stuck them. Do something like, well, I don't know, this. Oh, let's grab some air. Don't die. Don't die, guy. I know there's ways you can automate these things too by using a hopper and then placing the sand in them. This thing needs to get out of here. Get a life. All right, so let's try placing the sand in here. I think just right click, right? Yeah, and then over time, that sand I think has a chance of turning into a pearl. I don't know if it's 100%. It might be 100%, but I know it has a chance of turning into the pearl, and that would be a good way for us to farm these in the future. Yeah, I've never gotten around to trying this before, so we'll give this a go. For now, like I said, I'm probably just going to go under the water here looking for more oysters. Seems like we have a pretty good chance of getting the pearls out of them when you find them for the first time. So yeah, let me go ahead, scour the sea bottom for a little while, see what I can come up with as far as these pearls go. Let's see. We can probably do a couple of these together. So we'll do some of this natural gas, put some of these pearls in here. Well, I guess we could do this. That way we don't have to fumble around with the recipe more than once and do that. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so that's enough for one of those. And then we're also going to have to make the other thing, the plastic or whatever. Anyway, we'll worry about that in a minute. Let me go ahead and see if I can get some more of these pearls going, and we'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Well, I'm in the process of putting some natural gas in the vat with some glass so we can make our lenses here. We're trying to make the transparent plastic. Yeah, we're just going with this method right here. 1 bucket of natural gas plus a piece of glass equals one of these. Yep, so I just had to grab a fluid pipe and a wooden engine with a lever or whatever, and we pump some of that natural gas over here. Cool, so there is our transparent plastic. Now, I said I was going to go around and look for some of these pearl oysters, and I did do that, and I found like 2 of them, but you move so slow through the water, it's really not worth it. So what I ended up doing was just kind of babysitting these guys down here. You can kind of tell when the sand has turned to a pearl because it's a completely different color. So we have 1 pearl there. We have a couple, it looks like we have 3 more over here, and then I added 2 more oysters right down there. So I'm just going to let these guys do their thing down there. We might eventually hook these things up so they're automatic. So yeah, we're like piping sand into them and pulling everything that's not sand out of them. So pretty much when the sand turns into a pearl, we'll extract that. That's something we'll set up in the future should we need a whole lot more of that kind of stuff. What else did we need here? We needed the neoprene, which we have. Yep, I've collected 8 of those now. And we need yellow and black dye. Okay, so I think we should have everything we need here. Yellow dye, and then I have ink sac on me, so we should be able to do this. So let's go ahead and make 2 of those. Done. That, and 1 of those, and there we go. There is our scuba mask. Oh, land light's off. Okay, so that's interesting. I didn't know there was a thing. Wetsuit. More neoprene. All right, so we might end up having to set that thing up to be automatic. Anyway, I'm trying to think what the best method of doing that. We don't really have like Ender IO. We would have to put like a hopper in every single one of those to do that properly. I guess ideally it might be the best way if we had applied energistics hooked up, but we don't do that, or we don't have that. So maybe I'll just get like a bunch of hoppers together. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to make this automatic with the limited amount of stuff that we have right now. Anyway, let me go ahead and farm up a bunch more of those pearls. I guess I'll stop talking about it. Yeah, we'll just farm up a bunch of these, make the neoprene that we need. Looks like I have to do that recipe at least 2 more times. Maybe 3 more times. Anyway, let me get to it. Oh, what's this hard plastic here? Let's look at this. So we need 5 buckets of natural gas plus 4 limestone. We'll make 1 of those. Oh man, are we gonna have enough natural gas? I'm not sure. We might have to go farm up some more. I know we had 3 of those tanks worth, so we might have enough actually. Just double check that I have 2 more tanks here. I just saw it. There it is. Yeah, we should have enough. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the stuff done that we need to get this going, and we will continue on here in just a minute, guys. Oh my goodness, guys. So getting all of those pearls literally took forever. But we got it done. We did get it done. I just got done making the last of the neoprene that we needed. Let's see, how much of the natural gas do we have left? We have 14 buckets of the stuff remaining. So we did have enough. Yeah, thankfully I filled up that tank full while we were there previously. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of sand into our oysters down there. We have like 1 orange pearl. I was actually doing some research on those pearl oysters. It turns out in order for them to work, you only need 1 source block of water above them. Like they don't have to be completely submerged. So yeah, we might set up something above ground, some kind of a farm for the pearl oysters eventually. So we'd have to pipe in sand from like the side or something like that, and then pipe out the pearl from the bottom, I think would be what we'd end up doing. But anyway, we're not going to be talking about that. I don't know why I have this the axe on me. I must have scrolled into my inventory. Yeah, when I'm going through here, I'm like scrolling or something like that. Sometimes when I scroll up, I get items in my inventory that I'm not trying to get. Anyway, so we now have all of the items completed. Let's check out the quest book. Yeah, we have all of these completed now. The flippers took a while with all of the natural gas we had to pipe into our vat and then put in 4 pieces of the whatever, the limestone in there. But yeah, we got that all done. So I'm curious now. Let's check this stuff out. So we have the diving helmet on right now. If we put the scuba mask on, does that... Oh, the scuba mask makes it a lot brighter. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go up. We also have... Oh, I guess I don't have the snorkel on me. So we could try without the diving helmet. Yeah, so that's what it's like. It's all kind of like foggy. You can't really see underwater very far without anything on your head right now. We put the diving helmet on, and you can kind of see the brick wall a little bit, and everything's a little bit clear. It kind of gets rid of all the fog. And then if we put the scuba mask on, yeah, it's almost like we're using a night vision potion underwater. That's really awesome. Everything's like bright and vibrant. I like that. In fact, that's like way brighter than above the water. Huh, cool. So let's see. We also had the wetsuit. I'm not sure what this does for us. And then we have the flippers. All right, so what's the flippers? Oh, that's like creative flight underwater is what the flippers do. Okay, that's really good. No more having to bob up and down. Looks like we go up and down a lot faster too. That's really, really cool. All right, let me grab this while we're here. Yeah, those pearls take forever. Okay, so we also have the scuba tank. That looks like that goes on our chest plate. We aren't losing bubbles, or we weren't for a second. I was wondering if I guess putting it on there for the first time just gave us a little bit of air. It must have started with a bit of air when we crafted that. Okay, well, let's go check out how we can... Oh, man, we walk really slow with these flippers on. Right? Is that what it is? Yeah. Okay, so let's go check out how we can pump air into the air tank. We haven't... Yeah, I haven't even tried these things yet. We have the air compressor, the base and the top. Let's try setting these down. I don't know where a good spot is. I assume we have to place these on top of each other too, and then we place one on top of that. Where's the top? Or do we just have to place the one? I'm not sure how this all works. All right, maybe the quest book will tell us how to mariculture. The rest of the equipment is made with neoprene, a strong, warm, malleable material made using natural gas. The scuba mask will feed you air from the scuba tank, while the wetsuit will do the things. All right, well, I might have to go into the mariculture books and try and figure out how this all works then. All right, guys, well, I figured it out. What you ended up having to do is putting the air compressor base side by side and then the top side by side. So yeah, it does require all 4 blocks, and then it forms into this multi-block item right here. And then it looks like it has a bar, a status bar, as this fills up full of compressed air. It looks like this is starting to turn green, and this little thing on top turns green too. So I was kind of playing around with this, trying to figure out how it works. I was thinking you could put the scuba tank like on this thing and it would mount somewhere. Oh, I guess you fall through it. Yeah, I was thinking it would just kind of mount on there. That's not really how that seems to work. I can see right here we have a durability. If I press shift on this thing, it says durability 11 out of 240. So if I right click on the compressor, it goes up to 12. Right click again, it goes up to 13. So you hold right click and you can see that progress bar going down. You hold down right click and you fill up the compressor. Oh, I'm sorry, you fill up the scuba tank from the air compressor. All right, so it looks like we're at 34 durability and it must be done. Yeah, we're just using the hobbyist steam engine, so we're not providing a whole lot of power to this thing. But yeah, it's enough to check this out. So I'm kind of curious. I put all the scuba gear away. Let's check this all out. See how this all works now with the scuba gear. Oh, we're probably going to want those off for the moment so we can walk around. All right, so with the scuba tank, we have air. So how quickly does it go through the air is another thing that I would like to know. Looks like that is lasting a decent amount of time. So maybe 5 to 10 seconds per durability? Maybe. Oh, did that just click down 2 durability at once? Oh, I wonder if something like unbreaking on there, unbreaking 3 would make it last longer. I don't know. Once we eventually get proper power going, this won't matter at all. Like, we'll be able to have a couple of these things on us and fill them up like almost instantly. So it'll be really good. But this whole scuba gear, this is really, really cool. I like this. And again, we got more pearls that are ready. I'm just going to go ahead and collect these now so I don't forget them, even though I don't have sand to replace them. All right, that's really awesome. I like this a lot. You can stay underwater, like create a flight underwater. You can see everything really bright. That's pretty cool. So probably another thing we should do is we should look at the armor stand from Bibliocraft. I think it's probably going to be a good idea. We'll put like an armor stand down there by where all of our pearls are. Let's check this out. So the armor stand is 2 iron and then 3 stone slabs. Do we have stone? We do. Perfect. I don't think we have any of the stone. All right, so 2 iron and that. Do that. One of those. Some of this. There's our armor stand. Now I do believe if you put it on top of a redstone block, or if you have a lever, whatever, providing redstone signal, all you gotta do is right click and it'll swap all of your armor. So let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up so it'll be easy for us to swap back and forth as we're doing other things. Because we can remove that block, place the redstone. If I can get out of it. Redstone there. I don't know which way to face this thing. Maybe like this will be fine. Okay, right click. Let's put all of this stuff in there now. If I shift right click, there we go. Now I'm in the scuba gear. Now I'm in my regular armor. So if I go into the water, boom, can do all of our stuff. And when we're done, we're about to get out. Boom. Now we can walk fast. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Okay, so did we have a quest to complete for doing all of this stuff? I imagine we probably did. Yeah, we're going to get 32 limestone and 8 rutile ore. Awesome. Let's claim that. Great. Okay, so yeah, this stuff is all done. I think that might be the end of the mariculture stuff. I'm not sure about that. We're at 53 reputation. We need 19 more to go, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm having a lot of fun checking out some of these mods that I've used before in the past, but I haven't really explored too much. Like, I've never used a scuba gear before. I never had a reason to. This mod pack definitely gives us a reason, so that's pretty awesome. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.